Hey everyone, this is Craig Wilson with today's Quick Vids. This is going to be kind of the ultimate setup so that you have the freedom and the flexibility of three screens. Here's an example of why you might want three screens. It might be that on your desktop monitor you want to keep your grade book or keep your attendance open or something. So this is going to be your productivity screen. This screen on your laptop, however, is probably going to be the one that you're going to flip around so that when you're doing small group conferencing with kids, it's available right there. The final screen, the third screen you want, is the one that's going to be coming out of your projector onto your screen. That's where you'll be able to put your whatever it might be, your playlist, or if it's your checklist, or whatever it is that you have the kids working on for that day. So that way you've got the flexibility of having three different screens. You're not having to unplug anything, you're not having to move things around, you're not having to slide things and extend things over. So that's what we're going to show today, is how using the new Lenovo and the setup and the new iPevo, how to make the whole thing work for you. Okay, so the first consideration you're going to want to make is if you want the flexibility and the capacity of having 1, 2, 3 screens, to do that, you're going to have to approximate yourself close to the wall, where you have power, where you have your HDMI, and where you have your Ethernet cable coming out of the wall. So I know that's a little bit confining. It's going to put you in one corner, but really, for the flexibility and the independence you can have here, you are going to have to make a couple of exceptions here. So let's start with from the wall toward the desk. First thing you want to make sure, your Ethernet cable. This is what's going to give you your internet. This, from the wall, goes into the back of your phone, into the middle. It must go into the middle. Then you'll have another Ethernet cable, and that's going to come out. You'll see, I'll unplug it for a second so you can see it. You'll see right here in yellow, 10100. You want to make sure that this that goes to your computer is plugged into the 10100. So that's the important part right there. Okay. Now let's talk about the next thing you have to worry about. Your HDMI, because this goes up to your projector. This is going to go into the one and only HDMI slot on your docking station. So make sure that you go from here, that gives you to the projector, into your docking station. So this is the power cord. Your docking station is powered. You need it to be powered. So go from your outlet, which might look like it's trying to plug, and it's only one spot that it can go into in the back of the docking station. So make sure it goes back there. This short little guy, this USB-C, goes from the ThinkPad docking station all the way over here to your ThinkPad. This is the only direct connection you need to your ThinkPad, to your laptop. That's it. That and all the rest of this stuff will work with this one cable. What else do I have plugged in here? Oh, my monitor. So this cable here, which is a display port, goes to the monitor. And again, there's only one spot it can go in, so you can't make any mistake. It will work for you. And that should be all the cables. We talked about everything. We talked about power, USB, DisplayPort, HDMI, and Ethernet. So that's it to the docking station. Now let's go to the computer. So you only have two things you know. It's actually three things. I'll be honest, you have three things hooked up to your ThinkPad. One is this short USB-C that's going to your docking station, which gives you everything you need. Your Ethernet, gives you your external monitor, gives you your sound, and it gives you your projector. You have your dongle for your wireless keyboard and mouse. So that plugs into one of your USB ports. And then the other thing we have here is this, which is our iPevo dock cam. I'll warn you, you want to hook up your iPevo dock cam to your ThinkPad. You want to hook it up here. You do not want to try to use a USB port off of your docking station. You want to use it off of your ThinkPad. We'll show you why in a few minutes you want to have that set up. So initially when you set up your ThinkPad, all three of your screens are going to be identical. They're mirrored to each other. They're duplicating each other, but that's not what we want. Remember, we said that we want our desktop to be our productivity screen. We want this to be our student conferencing screen on the laptop because it's easy to swing around. And we want our projector to be whatever it is that we want to do with the kids, whether it's a choice board or a playlist. So let me show you how to fix that. So this is what I'm going to want to be my main screen for right now. So anywhere clear on the desktop, I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose display settings. Right now it notices it says, look, I've got a 1, 2, and a 3 because it's not quite sure what to do with the 3 monitors I have set up. I'm going to scroll down until I see multiple displays. On multiple displays, instead of duplicating, I'm going to say, let's extend 1 and 2. Keep my changes. Now, when I go back up here to the top, it recognizes all 3 screens. If I want to see which one is which, I click on Identify, and in the corners, I can see which screen is which. And I can decide what order do I want to swing my mouse in? Which one do I want to have 1? Which one do I want to have 2? Which one do I want to have 3? So I want to use this guy right here so that when I go from this monitor to this monitor, it goes from 1, 2, 3. But when I go to the right, I want it to go from 1 to 2, and that's number 2. So the setup I have is exactly like I like it right here. 1 to 3, 1 to 2. So I'll use this one as kind of my central monitor. If at any time I wanted to change that though, I can just simply click and drag and move it into a different spot. And I can identify and see how things look. So now I would go 1, 2 up to that guy and then 3 to this. So you can set up however you want. But I'm going to put it back to how we had it. 3 over here, 1 over here, 2. Let me identify real quick to make sure I have it exactly like I want it. I got it how I want it. Now I go down, I just close it out and I'm good. So now this is my main monitor, which is good because here's my Windows Start and here's my type to search, and then I have my 2 extended monitors. Let's show you a little bit closer view on what we just did to extend all of our monitors. I'm going to right click on my desktop, then I'm going to click on Display Settings. From Display Settings right here, I can click on Identify, and this number will tell me which screens are which ones I'm looking at. Because right now I'm mirrored, it doesn't recognize that I have 3 monitors. It's a little bit confused. Scroll down to the bottom to where it says Multiple Displays. I'm going to click on the down arrow key and I'm going to say I want to extend desktop 1 on 2. Keep my changes. When I scroll back up to the top, now it recognizes all 3 monitors. Are they in the order I want? Let me check. When I click on Identify, this is 1, this is 3. That's right, because I want to go from left to right. And then this is 1. My projector is 2, which is correct because I want to go from right to left. So I have them in the exact order I want them right now. Okay, so now we have our setup here going, and we've got 3 different things on 3 different screens. So let me show you why I might want that. So on this one, on my desktop monitor here I've got, this is just Google Classroom Gradebook. It could be your Schoology Gradebook. It could be your Skyward Gradebook. It could be your attendance, whatever it is. It's your productivity screen that you really don't want other kids to see. And the cool thing about it is if you walk away, you can just turn off the monitor. Big deal. And now they can't see anything. You come back in and turn the monitor on and you can see. On this screen here, I've got Education Galaxy pulled up because I'm going to show kids the new Education Galaxy, and I would, again, I'm tethered to my desk if I want to use all 3 of these options, but kids could gather on my desk and I could turn my laptop around and I could be showing them how to use Ed Galaxy. The other screen up here I have right now, you can do 2 different things. One, let me show you. I could go to leave the playlist up, so this happens to be somebody's playlist up here. So I could use that up and the kids kind of know what they need to do. Or You also see that I have the iPevo set up here, so maybe I'm ready to do a direct instruction with kids. So obviously, I'm not just going to use camera, I'm going to use Screencastify. That way, I've recorded what I've done in front of the kids, and I can put it in as a video later so the kids can go back and review it, because that's what we do with blended learning. So up here again, I'm going to go to webcam only, record, wait for that horrible noise. All right, I need to move it off of this and up to this desktop. So now, here I am, I've got the iPevo, I'm recording, I'm gonna go through my algebra lesson, so we've already been working 3x plus 6 equals 24, but all of a sudden I hear, Mr. Teacher, I can't see, that's too small, can you make it bigger? Well, sure I can. Right here on my new iPevo, I've got all kinds of functionalities. One of them happens to be zoom in, so I'm gonna zoom in. There you go. Now they can see me a lot closer, a lot easier to read. Well, they may say, it's too bright, can you make it less bright? Sure I can. I can tone it down a little bit for you. So, or I can put a light on so I can see with the lights. So there's all kinds of different functions on the side of this iPevo. They're pretty intuitive, you'll know how to use it. The one thing that I will tell you that I had to learn from the beginning, make sure the power is on. It's not on by default like the Ladybugs or like the other older versions of the Ziggis are. You do have to turn it on. So there's a setup just to kind of tell you all the different ways that you can use 3 monitors at once. So the disadvantage, you're tethered. The advantage, you've got 3 different screens. You're not having to slide things back and forth from screen to screen, projector to laptop. And yeah, this is the perfect setup for you. I hope this helps. I remember my algebra. Yeah. You have not been. Ready?
Ready.
Are you recording right now?